Aloha and welcome to Mana Inspiration with yours truly, Note Endurance. And like always, we're going to have our scripture. This week's scripture we have is in Philippians 4:13, which states, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Strengthens me. Sorry. Always, always, always remember you can only fail if you stop trying. And another phrase for you is you won't win if you don't even try. So, what's stopping you from trying? If you can do all things, what's stopping you from trying? Is it fear? No. Did you know that fear, there's an acronym? You might have heard this, is false evidence appearing real. Now, if you focus on fear, that's what, if you actually realize it's what it is, it's false evidence appearing real, which, if it's not real, then what are you afraid of? I want to give you an analogy, and I heard this from our pastor, Pastor Jake from Thrive Church, and he talks about the buffalo versus the cow. Now, when there's a storm brewing, and I would say a big winter storm, did you know when a buffalo senses that there's going to be a big storm, he starts to run straight to the storm? Does that sound like yourself? You know, in fact, the faster he runs to the storm or towards the storm, the quicker the storm will be over. Now, when the cow senses the storm coming, they tend to go the opposite direction and they run away. Now, what ends up happening to the cow is, by running away, they start getting tired. Now, by the time the storm is catching up to them, they already lost their energy, their inspiration, maybe their drive, and they start to give up. That's when the storm comes in and actually overtakes the cow, which ends up freezing the cow, and we all know, RIP. Now, if they are running away and the buffalo is running towards, it begs the question of, what are you doing? And if you're comparing yourself to the cow or the buffalo, are you running away from the storm or are you running through the storm? Because the buffalo is running through the storm, he's getting through it a lot quicker. It may be more turbulent at first, but guess what? He didn't waste his energy like that cow running away. Now they don't have the energy to fight the battle. They're running towards it and they begin to fight the battle by, I would say, the endurance going down. That's when, by the time you know it, the storm is over. That breakthrough has happened. Now, what are you? Are you the buffalo that is running straight towards that storm and getting it over, getting it quickly, realizing that it's not that big? And there's an analogy that I said in another video, and this is how I see fear, is this is you and this is your fear. This is how big the difference is. Now, if you're looking at it and you're running away, it only gets bigger. But the more you run towards it, the bigger you get, the smaller your fear becomes. The more you run away, the smaller you become or feel, and the bigger that fear is in your life and it's taking over. They always say, when I was taught, when I did sales, is a fear and the negativity is like a seed. If it drops in and you start dwelling on it, it starts to grow vines. It eventually covers you and over. Basically, you start obsessing about that fear or whatever you're dwelling on. But as soon as that seed drops in and you divert that, and because you know it's a negative thought, not a positive, it doesn't have time to grow and fester in you and overcome you. So if we can be aware and just like those buffaloes run towards that fear, we soon will start to feel freedom. And no greater feeling than to feel freedom from our fears. I love you guys. Like the message, subscribe, share it with others that you know is maybe running from the fears, and start to take action day by day. If we run towards it and we start facing it, the smaller our fear becomes, the quicker the storm is over. Aloha, guys. Salute to the troops. I love you. You guys have a blessed week. Thanks.